In the semi-final, there's two people that really stood out for me.
You're either going to be successful in business or you're not.
I discuss each candidate in turn, so it's a very fair way of judging it.
So we're taking 5 through to the Dragon's Den final.
Can I disagree?
Really?
I'd pay 50 quid for it.
I've just Googled it and it already exists.
Yeah, but
So, you know.
Sometimes an idea can be absolutely fabulous and make loads of money, but the person behind it is maybe the wrong person, so then it flops. So you kind of need a little bit of both. You need a good idea and as well, and obviously money and profit and margins are the main game.
In this week's episode, the judges delve in more depth into the young entrepreneurs' ideas and, most crucially, their business plans. But first, let's find out what Josh Avis is up to, working long hours well past the normal 9 to 5.
I started when I was 16, and my uncle used to be a property developer in Norfolk, Cambridgeshire, which was where I'm originally from, and he gave me my first labouring job with a bricklayer on site, and then I went to college and did carpentry for 2 years, and since then it's pretty much been all I've done. It's the only job I've really had. This is what started it actually. The big bench is the first piece I made out of pallets, and then from then I made the single bench, and then I tried to change the style and go with the diagonal slats. I'm just trying to build up some sort of collection. The production is cheap, and if you can make something for as cheap as this and then sell it at a reasonable price, that's what I would like to do. To keep things. I don't want to take the mick with the prices. Do you know what I mean?
Some of the judges were saying they were worried you were underselling.
I know that's the same thing they said to me, but at the same time, why? I know it's business, but why should I charge massive amounts of money for something that I've got for free? Essentially, I know that it's time and quality are all factors that I need to build in. So that is my only real issue at the moment, is how do I keep my product at a fair price. It's something I really do need to think about and research a little bit more.
What do you think your chances are now of winning?
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I'm just really surprised that I've even got this far with the whole process. But the other guys, all their ideas are brilliant. They obviously wouldn't be where they are in the competition if they wasn't. So I wouldn't like to say. I'm just here for the journey and the experience that I'm going to get from it, to be honest. So good luck to the rest of them. Hello everybody, my name's Josh Avis. My company's name is Palatable Furniture. The idea behind Palatable Furniture is to create bespoke and signature pieces of furniture using recycled and reclaimed pallets. I plan to offer a signature range which will be a complete design set from garden furniture, so seating areas, garden benches, garden tables and the like. I then plan to go into bespoke furniture, offering a range of finishes. Well, there's something like 450,000 pallets are returned to companies every year that then just get disposed of. Why not bring them back into the construction industry or joinery industry and make furniture from them?
This is not rocket science, this is not new. You're looking at a very competitive business where the pallet is the back end, the arse end, whatever you want to call it, of the process. Now, whether it be burnt or put in landfill, there's a reason for it being put in landfill.
Yeah.
It's presumably because it's cheaper to do that than anything else.
I picked up 2 pallets and I made my first garden set from it, which is a bench 1,200 long and 2 single seats. That's from 2 pallets.
Students as being one of your target markets, which I think is good actually in Brighton.
Yeah.
Plenty of those around, and they need cheap furniture moving into flats. Presumably they don't need bespoke furniture though.
No.
You're going to have a range of basic...
a signature range.
So, what students need, a desk.
Coffee tables, desks.
They drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
So how much would a basic coffee table that you would sell to students, because obviously they're on a tight budget, they're not going to pay £200, but they can go get something from eBay.
I completely disagree that students is a target market.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if I'm a student and I need a coffee table, I'll just turn the bin upside down. And you know, when you look at what 120 quid buys you, I can get a reclaimed coffee table, or I can go and buy 150 shots on a Friday night.
That's it's true, but
in my mind, your target market is that savvy kind of 30 to 40-year-old with disposable income, who like that kind of designer, bespoke, have got an eye for creativity.
Yeah.
You know, not a student.
I think we're done. Well done.
Cool.
Well done.
Yeah. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
A confident pitch where Josh has shown he has the get up and go to participate in young startup talent.
My name is Dan Simpson. I'm a partner here at Hartley Fowler. We're chartered accountants. I was a judge last year. We became involved last year for the first time after speaking to Lorraine. So I'll be one of those responsible for selecting the winner out of a batch of 5 or 6 ideas. Being an entrepreneur is all to do with the person. It's to do with the motivation and just to get up and go. And to develop an idea, push it through to market, it takes a special kind of person. It's not just anyone can do that. You've got to have it in your makeup, really. Personally, I look for a good idea. It doesn't have to be fully developed, because that's kind of where the professional assistants might come in afterwards. But it needs to be a good idea, and it's got to come from a person who shows some drive and enthusiasm enough to be able to push this idea through with our assistance. Everything else can kind of be developed around that to some extent.
Always doing something, always working on the idea, always changing it up. I think because it was a mixed panel of judges, it was quite nice to get a different view from all of them. So some were really positive, some were very kind of the qualitative, and some were very quantitative. So I had different views from all of them. But yeah, really good feedback.
Next up, Ben's turn to face the judges.
My name is Ben, and I've created what was originally called the Supermarket Scavenger Hunt. It's been rebranded now to the Little Scavengers. And what it is it's a supermarket app aimed at children between 4 and 8, and it's for the parents to give to their children when they're around the shop. And what it does is it essentially entertains them and educates them as they're going around the shop to ensure that the parent is not stressed while shopping. There's 10 questions, and it's sort of ordered in the shop floor layout. It's going to be licensed to the supermarkets. Initially it's going to be licensed to possibly Waitrose. The way that the app works is getting the user to sign up, so it's going to have all their registration details, which means that the supermarkets will have information of the customer. The parents, the advantages to them is that they've got, it's going to educate them on nutritional values, the value of sort of money, how much things cost, and it's going to educate them on applications of different foods. Currently there's around about 10% of the population have this market of children between 4 and 8. With a 64 million population, you can start getting a rough idea of how many people could potentially use this, and this is just in the UK.
Explain a little bit more to me about the collection of the data, because I think from a supermarket point of view, they'll be really interested in that, won't they, in terms of finding out what their customers are buying and preferences.
Okay, so the child is shown a particular image. So what they can start doing is seeing how they responded to this image by whether or not they brought it. So then in relation to customer data, they can put another image on there so they can test their marketing.
My problem with this is we're talking about, we mentioned Waitrose a couple of times. With a Waitrose card, automatically they know what you're buying.
Yeah,
what you're
so that would be
spending.
an easier option.
But it can still be little scavengers go to the museums. It can still be little scavengers go to different parts and explore different things. So it could be...
You're missing my point, I think.
I personally fit your demographic. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. My main aim when I go shopping with my children is to keep them in the trolley near me and stop them pulling things off the shelf. So I don't think that I would give my phone or my iPad to them, and I wouldn't want them charging around.
Yeah, well initially that was one of the problems, like having children run around the supermarket, and that's why Waitrose have a consistent shop floor layout between all of them, so that the 10 questions will be ordered in the order of the shop floor, so that the child's only at the end of the aisle.
I think it's a lovely idea, but I wouldn't quit the day job.
And your business plan is a really nicely put together business plan. It looks very nice.
It's presented very well.
Yeah, it is.
Other than the spelling.
I'll pay for someone else to make the questions.
It's visually really
Thank
good.
you. Cheers.
Thank you.